Hello students, from today onwards we are going to study the slope and deflection method for analysis of determinate and indeterminate structure. Content of this topic will be introduction to displacement method of analysis, then derivation for slope and deflection equation, analysis of beams not more than 3 unknowns, analysis of frame without sway not more than 3 unknowns, and analysis of frame with side sway moments not more than 3 unknowns. Introduction. Structures should we satisfy. Whenever we design a structure, this should satisfy load displacement relationship, equilibrium of forces, and compatibility of displacements. So this is our basic need that structure should satisfy to remain structure in equilibrium condition. Then in slope and deflection equation we should understand degrees of freedom. Degrees of freedom, possible number of displacement at joint are rotation and displacement, and it need to be considered while writing equilibrium equations. Procedure of analysis. The different steps or procedure that we are going to follow in the analysis slope deflection method need to satisfy equilibrium conditions of the structure. Unknown displacements are written in terms of loads by using the load displacement relations. These equations are solved to determine the displacements. Once the displacements are determined, the unknown loads are obtained from the compatibility equation using load displacement relationship. When structure is loaded at a specified point on its called node, and it will undergo displacements, that is theta and delta. The displacements are referred to as degrees of freedom. The number of these unknown is referred as the degrees in which structure is kinematically indeterminate. Slope deflection equation. To develop the general form of slope deflection equation, consider a typical span of beam as shown in figure 1. Now this is the general loading that we are going to consider while deriving the equation for slope and deflection. So here we consider theta A and theta B as a unit rotations, and delta is our translation, and according to considering these displacements we are going to develop the relation or equation for slope and deflection. The slope and deflection can be obtained using principle of superposition by considering separately the moments developed at each support due to each of the displacement and then load. Slope deflection equation. So we can apply the conjugate beam method for real beam. Let us consider a real beam and it is loaded by conjugate beam. The beam is loaded upon M upon EI diagram. Then we know that theta VA is equal to theta A, and angular displacement at A and B according to conjugate beam method. Let us apply first equilibrium equation at A over here at A, that is the moment at A is equal to 0. We know that over this is a triangular loading, so considering this 1 by 2 MAB upon EI into L by 3 minus 1 by 2 MB to A EIL into 2L by 3 is equal to 0. This will be our equation number 1. Similarly, we apply a second equilibrium equation, or taking moment at A, moment at B is equal to 0. 1 by 2 mb to a upon ei into L by 3 minus 1 by 2 mab ei into L by 3 into 2L by 3 plus theta a into L. Theta a will be the reaction over here, and that will be perpendicular distance theta a into L. L is the distance of the beam, and this is our equation number 2. Now after applying this equilibrium equation, by solving equation 1 and 2, we get MAB is equal to 4EI by L theta A and MB to A is 2EI by L theta A. That will be our equation A. Similarly, in the previous case, we have considered theta A is equal to theta A is equal to RA. In second case, we are going to consider theta B is equal to RB, and applying again the moment the conjugate beam method, we get MB to A is 4EI by L theta B and MAB is 2EI by L theta B. That is our equation B. Now we have the relation for rotations, but now we are going to develop or find out the relation for relative displacement. As shown in figure, if end B of the member is displaced vertically with respect to A, so that the chord of members rotates clockwise, and yet both ends do not rotate, then equal opposite moment and shear reactions are developed in the member. Moment M can be related to the displacement using conjugate beam method. The conjugate is free at both ends since the real beam is fixed at support. The displacement of real beam at B due to moment B, a conjugate beam must have magnitude delta as indicated. Now real beam is loaded by M upon A diagram, and this is the delta at joint P, and yes, in this current structure both joints are fixed. It will be free in a conjugate beam method at E and P. By considering these relations, we can apply the moment at B dash is equal to 0, 1 by 2 M upon EI into L 2L by 3 minus 1 by 2 M upon EI L into L by 3 minus delta is equal to 0. Whenever we apply equilibrium equation at B, so we have this triangular loading, we have this triangular loading, and additionally is delta. So consider all these three terms while we are writing the equilibrium equation at B. Then by solving this equation, MAB is equal to MB to A is equal to, or M is equal to minus 6 EI delta upon L square. So this is the equation C, that we have the moment equation for displacement. So now we are going to study the what effect of theta A, the displacements and rotations of the structure has contributed in fixed end moments to get a final slope and deflection equation. To develop the slope and deflection equation, we must transfer the span loadings into equivalent moment acting at the node and then use the load displacement relationship just arrived. So let us consider the structure. First is the moment over here, MAB and MBA is because of fixed end and externally loaded applied loads. Because of external loads, and this will be united by fixed end moment AB and fixed end moment B to A, and these moments we can determine by using standard moment formulas. Then next will be the due to theta A at support 1. So first we consider theta A is equal to 1, and because of this, what will be the contribution at moment A at joint A at joint B, that we are going to study. So that for theta A it will be 4 EI by L theta A, for B to A it is 2 EI by L theta A. Again, second condition, if theta B is unit positive rotation at B, then what will be the contribution in moment? That is 2 EI by L theta B plus 4 EI by L theta B. And we already studied that because of displacement, moment is minus 6 EI delta L square minus 6 EI delta L square. Now the moment, if I have to compare all the moments at A, now moment at A is final moment at A is the sum of all the moments which are acting over this. Similarly, for B also, sum of all moments which are acting over this. So these will be our final moments for A and final moments for B. Then this will be the equation for final moment. MAB is equal to FEM, fixed end moment at AB, plus 4EI by L theta A plus 2EI by L theta B minus 6EI delta L square. Similarly, MB to A is FEM B to A plus 4EI by L theta B plus 2EI by L theta A minus 6EI delta L square. So this can be written as MAB is equal to FEMAB plus 2EI by L 2 theta A theta B minus 3 delta L is equal to 0. MB to A is FEMB to A plus 2EI by L plus 2 theta B plus theta A minus 3 delta L, and solving this equation we can get the final moments. So the different steps that we are going to follow in the analysis of structure by using slope deflection, this equation applied to each span, which equation the final slope and deflection equation can be applied to each span of the beam, develop the simultaneous equation, and solving this equation we can get unknown displacements of theta and delta. Once we get the unknown displacement, then finding out the final reactions or moments, and then we can plot SFD and PMD. But for to develop the simultaneous equations, what we need a boundary condition. So what are the boundary conditions? The first boundary condition is simply supported end M will not carry any moment, or moment is equal to 0. So this is the simple support condition. Suppose we have a joint B. Suppose we have a joint B over here. So if it is a pin, hinge or roller, at that MB to A is equal to 0. This is our joint equilibrium equation. We need it for the develop the simultaneous equation. Similarly, at continuous end, it will be MB to A plus MB to C is equal to 0. It means if we have a structure like this and B is our intermediate end, then there are two moments MB to A. If we have a end A here and if we have end C here, the sum of these two moments MB to A plus MB to C is equal to 0. This is our second joint equilibrium equation, and solving these simultaneous equations we get unknown displacements. Step by step analysis of slope deflection method. So very first step is find the degree of kinematic indeterminacy. Find the fixed end moment by using standard formulas. Apply slope and deflection equations span-wise. Apply joint equilibrium equations. Determine unknown displacements. Put the displacement values in a slope and deflection equation to determine final moment values. Then apply equilibrium equation to find out the support reactions. And This, to get a support reaction, we have to apply summation fx and moment is equal to 0. These equations we have to apply and plot SFD and PMD. Thank you.